Hey, all my crafty friends, I'm here for another video with Brass and Bliss. I am so excited for this one. All of the Halloween cards, right? Lately, I'm almost through my Halloween series, but not quite yet. We're only through October. I know I am just as excited for you to move on to Christmas cards. I probably will have already scattered a few into my channel here soon. Hopefully I can get some videos up and out. So we are starting, of course, with that postage die. Probably other than the decal die, nesting die set, the postage die set is my most used for sure. I am taping off the sides though, as you can see, to actually give it that white border postage die look. And this is a pretty easy way to do it. There's no stencils here, but just taping down the four sides is pretty easy. Do I recommend you probably taping to your grip mat? Probably not. It's probably not the right way to do it, but this is the way I do it. And honestly, my grip mat has seen its better days, and it's probably time to get another one. But honestly, it's so sticky and doing its job, so I don't know why fix something that's not broke, right? All right. As you have seen on my channel before, I love a good rainbow. Halloween rainbow is what I've been calling them lately. So we are going to start off with autumn here, and I'm just using our cloud stencil die to go over that, and then you'll see that I actually go over it with whatever ink was left over on my little brush there. I'm not like I don't want it white, pretty much. I didn't want white left, so you can see right there, like I didn't want white. So that's why I'm kind of just going back over everything so that it's just like highlighted on top of the cloud. It took me a minute to figure out how to actually get this look. I don't know why, but I was just like, I had seen some others kind of do it this way, and I'm like, how are they getting it all filled in? I'm like, oh, well, duh, they're going back over it. All right, the next color was apricot that I used. I think that's what was apricot. I think I showed it. Then we changed. Yeah, it was yes, apricot. Because I went to orange, and then we went into a little pink, and then I realized, oh, I'm losing a lot of space very quickly. I probably only needed to do one of the yellows. It's all good. If you want more colors, just do one color per cloud, pretty much. I went into blush and then now into lilac, and then we're going to end it with, I think, sapphire. Let's see here. Oh, nope. Odyssey. The dark blue. I love this blue. The sapphire and the Odyssey, but I think the Odyssey is a bit darker. And I even contemplated going back in with a dark gray to make this even darker. I'm trying to think if I do. Let's see what happens. I didn't love the purple, so I did go back in with orchid, as you can see here, and just make that more purple-ish. There we go. Yeah, I think my lilac just needs a little bit more ink, honestly. All right, now we're just gonna leave that to like meld into place, and put a little bit of splatter on here. So I'm just using some white acrylic paint. It's all I do in splatter, or put a little bit of, oh, I totally forgot this. No, what I do first is add some baddies. All right, most used stencil probably of Halloween right now, especially with paste. I love this stencil. You've probably seen it on several of my cards so far. And I have been using the heck out of this texture distress paste, guys. If you don't have something like this, get you some black textured paste. So what you will want to do though is just a thin layer. You don't need a ton. As you can see, I just like wiped off half of what I had. And then you want to make sure that your stencil is close to and like not lifting, so that you don't get like leakage underneath your stencil. And then make sure you don't go off your stencil. I just got really close to going off my stencil. And then I just use like a credit card, gift card, this piece of plastic to wipe that down. There we go. And then I put some splatter on there that I didn't show you. Also, don't splatter while it's still on your grip mat. Why did I do that? I remember when I was pulling this back, I was like, why did I do that? Because I totally put splatter all over my grip mat, but I worked pretty quickly to get that off of there. All right, we are using the Spooky House die set. Love this. Love how it's all one piece. I literally cut it from black and from gray. I wanted the black for all of the details and gray so that I could ink blend it and color it more black, but have a little bit of dimension, as you can see here. I started out with a darker gray, didn't love that, so we went to this lighter gray color, and then we are just going to use our black ink to, right there, our Heath, this is our darkest that we have in this color line, and which it's pretty dark gray, guys. And then I am just ink blending the edges, leaving the middle of that house blank so that it does have a little bit of some dimension, and looks like the light is hitting it a little bit, not too much. This is a spooky card, spooky but fun. All right, so you can see there. And honestly, this little guy is pretty easy to put together. I love how this came together. Definitely reverse tweezers are your friend. Oh, let me clean up. I am just cleaning up with a little bit of rubbing alcohol. That takes the alcohol markers and the ink right away. I do work on a glass mat, so I am always trying to clean that up so that it doesn't go on to my next project. All right, just showing you the blending there. Honestly, it wasn't anything special. I just wanted to show you that it just created a little bit of dimension. That way the black trim of this house pops right off of there. There we go. Honestly, this spooky house doesn't have to be that spooky. You could definitely like make this into different colors, leave off like the little chimney, and honestly this would be the cutest little like country house in the country ever. Just don't, use, the gravestones. Because you could do like a white picket little fence and get 2 uses out of this, honestly. All right, so now I'm just gluing everything down with our Barely Arts glue. The last thing, oh yeah, this thing I did too. I was not going to punch out more of this since it is all one die, but I did want yellow coming from the windows. I actually wanted yellow orange, so you're going to see me ink blend in the spots where the where it comes. And honestly, you can't see that much in the end result, but I was being a little extra, so here I am. I'm bringing a little bit of orange into there, and honestly I'm just like putting it down, like I'm not even really thinking about it, and then I'll like match it back up and make sure that I can see some orange. I'm like, oh, I need a little bit more here, and I literally just glue this right to the back of that house. There you go. See, I'm like, oh, I needed a little bit more orange right there. Cut a little bit more off that was going to show, and bam, now we have orange behind that die, and it worked super well. Also gives you a little bit more dimension on the back of your house too. I used pumpkin for that one, as you can see there. Love those little cubes. So easy to work with, honestly. All right, now it's just building, and it kind of is like build what you want. I mean, I did, as you can see, have the picture sitting there, but honestly, as you can see, the picture and the die are a little bit different. The two windows are mixed up in the picture. I'm not sure what happened there, or if that was just something that they changed in the end and forgot to change it in the picture. Also, we always do get dies and new releases early, and they might change things down the road as the design team. So this might get changed or might not. I don't think that it really, made or broke, my design by no means. All right, I ended up putting the door down, but look at how cute that orange and yellow poking through that is. I love how that worked. So adorable. Okay, you can see those reverse tweezers. They are your best friend when working with die sets like this. When you are waiting for something to glue down and just need 4 more hands, this is what you need right here. I think I ended up taking the wrong piece. I think I ended up taking the piece for the chimney, I think it was. I was like, oh, that was not the piece that was for that door. So we switched that out. I can't remember what piece that was ended up being for, but I think it was like another piece for the chimney or something like that. There we go. Now we fit it. But honestly, everything fits in like a puzzle. That's kind of why I love doing die sets sometimes. At first, I was never a fan of a ton of die cuts. Made me think a little bit. But honestly, something cute and small like this is like sitting down and putting a puzzle together. But making it into a puzzle that you dictate what looks like. You can dictate the colors and the design. So I love that. All right, so now I'm just putting it on here, making sure everything is fitting, making sure I love it. I'm gonna offset it here just to the side a little bit. Those bats just make it. I love it. I absolutely love it. And I think the sky makes it perfect. You could have put it on like a little hill in the backside. There's several things you could have done to even make this a little bit spookier, but I was keeping it, you know, a little less spooky this time. I'd made plenty of spooky cards, but I'm obsessed with the background of this. Like I could probably make this background several more times and not get sick of it. All right, we put our little picket fence in there with our our tombstone. And then I realized, oh, this house did need a little bit more. And this set comes with these little bricks that cut out, and you can place these however you want, wherever you want, in how many increments you want. And so I kind of just place them around the house in sets of 4, and it gives it a little bit of character. Again, you could do a lot of things. I think you could have added another window to the door, you know, several different things that you could do to this to just jazz it up a little bit. I don't know about you, but I'm still pretty obsessed over this postage look. Mainly probably because I love doing the outside of envelopes and all that kind of stuff. So kind of loving it. All right, we're just going to mat this on just some plain black paper. Oh, got to put a sentiment, duh. I am going to use the Halloween greetings from this new release also. That says boo. I love this. So cute. It was just from the most recent release, and they come, some of them are all connected, and then some of them are just by themselves, but they are so cute and dainty, and I love the font of these. And they're perfect for all of your Halloween cards or Halloween tags or Halloween gift bags, all that kind of stuff. So, and pretty easy, honestly, to put together. Using those reverse tweezers. If you haven't gotten yourself a pair, put those in your cart, I tell ya. All right, guys, I'm hoping that you all go check out Brass and Bliss. This set is so good, and they have several other sets that like the Townscape set that have add-ons from Christmas to Halloween to spring. I mean, so many add-ons. I love it, and that way you can use your dies for more than one season. All right, guys, thank you all so much for being here. I truly appreciate you, and I will see you in the next one.